Alright, what's going on, guys? I want to talk about post fight to Mikkel Kessler and Carl Froch, the rematch. This was an excellent, high action packed fight. It could be potential fight of the year, I think. And if it doesn't land fight of the year, I think it's an actually, a well deserved candidate, I think, because um, even though Mikkel Kessler lost this fight, I give that man nothing but respect, man. He is one hell of a fighter. Um, he was just hitting Carl Froch with some absolute bombs, man. I think honestly, any other average fighter would have went down from those shots, man. Um, Carl Froch's chin is just out of this world. It's just insane. The way how he was taking shots, how he's been taking shots in some past previous fights is just, and the way how he's able to continue is just insane. And man, that 12th round was just crazy, man. That was some crazy ass shit because I thought for sure at least one of those guys were gonna go down in that fight. Um, very just a high action packed fight. It was overall, I really enjoyed this fight. Um, the keys to success for Carl Froch in this fight, I noticed that he did improve. And Carl Froch is one of those fighters you could see that he's improving in every fight. And I noticed what he was doing a lot in this fight was Carl Froch was able to be more aggressive, and just like how I said in the my prediction video, I said I felt that he had to be more aggressive, and he wasn't really keeping his hands up high as much as I would like to see. But I mean, his style works for him. That's him. So if it works for him, that's cool. But he was able to work behind the jab, and the biggest thing I noticed that I saw in this fight, he was able to dictate the pace of this fight. Even Mikkel Kessler had said that himself. He said that he felt he got outworked, and Froch was able just to produce a very high pace in this fight, which I felt led to a very overall well-deserved victory. The fight was kind of close. I agree with most of the judges for the most part. Um, the judges did a pretty good job, I thought. Um, I guess maybe if you guys could shoot me some comments on this. It seemed like in the post fight there was possible talk of Mikkel Kessler retiring. I'm not 100% totally sure on that. Carl Froch does want to do a trilogy. He wants to make it seal the deal on this particular fight. He wants to make it 2-1. He has stated that if it does go to a rubber match, he wants it to be in a neutral area. So it's obviously not going to take place in England, and it's not going to take place in Denmark. I'm not really sure where it's going to take place if it happens yet. But with this victory from Carl Froch, I honestly feel that the sky is the limit. There's so many different routes, and paths that he could take. Right now, you still got George Groves. He just came off a victory, I think, off of Gonzalez. You still got James DeGale floating around, which I feel needs to happen for bragging rights. You got Bernard Hopkins still in the mix. I feel Bernard Hopkins still has a few fights left in him. That could be a possible fight. And the big talk of the town is an Andre Ward rematch. This time not in the United States, but in the UK. And at the post-fight interview with Carl Froch, Andre Ward did state, that if he was to go to the UK, him, Eddie Hearn, and Carl Froch really have to make it. They would really have to convince Andre Ward to come to the UK and fight Froch, because Andre Ward feels he doesn't need to go to the UK just to fight Froch. So they're going to have to pay Andre Ward a pretty big payday to make him come to the UK. With all that being said, at this point in Andre Ward's career, I would like to see him, get out of Oakland, build his fan base. Even if he doesn't fight Carl Froch in the UK, I would just like to see him, fight somebody maybe just overseas. I mean, there's tons of fighters that he could face overseas, and just dominate, the way how he did in the United States and, and somewhere in Europe. I mean, I would love to see that from Andre Ward. That's one, huge check mark that he does not have right now in his career, is to, get out of Oakland, build himself. Because I still feel that he has tons of room to grow, and a lot of people still have him, on this at least top 1 or top 2 pound for pound, which I feel is right. Carl Froch, I said this before, I feel that he's definitely top 10 pound for pound, and with this victory, I think he goes a little higher in my top 10 pound for pound, just because of the opposition that he faces. I mean, he constantly, wants to challenge himself. He wants to prove himself. He always fights, top quality opposition, and he always gives a good, showing. And I like that out of a fighter, just to go out there, day in, day out, face the toughest challenges, and just prove himself, man. That's why Carl Froch has proved himself, time again. So, Mikkel Kessler, I mean, if he wants to retire at this point, I have no problem with that. He's one hell of a fighter, man. I take my hat off to him in this fight. And actually, I just want to say I take my hat off to both fighters in this fight equally, man, because yeah, this is just one hell of a fight. I mean, I'm probably gonna go watch this fight tomorrow, man. No kidding. Like it was that damn good. But at this point, sky's the limit for Carl Froch. He has a brighter future now. Just there's so many ways he could take, and I'm really looking forward to his next fight. I'm really curious to see what Andre Ward is going to do. I hope he could get out of Oakland, just to see how he would do, somewhere overseas, or even just somewhere in the United States outside of Oakland, somewhere like Vegas, maybe Cowboy Stadium, something cool like that. I would love to see that. But yeah, it was an overall good fight. I really enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought of this fight. Where does Carl Froch go from here? What do you guys think of Mikkel Kessler? Is he going to retire? Is he going to keep going? What do you guys think Andre Ward's going to do? That's a huge question right now. Yeah, but let me know what you guys think, and I'm going to be on to the next video real soon. Peace out.